Hey, what's up? I'm Cynthia Mallard.
I'm Marq.
Hey, and this is Studiosetstage, the best hour of your life, taking you from the studio to the set to the stage.
Yes, guys. Studiosetstage is out there. You could have been anywhere in the world, but we're so glad that you're back here with us for another episode, man. And I tell you, we got a lot on the plate today.
A lot on the plate. I was just so excited just to even tackle, obviously, guys, a packed entertainment week, of course.
Yes.
Talking about the 63rd Grammy Awards that took place this week. And of course, the amazing 93rd Oscar nominations that have come out. So guys, we have a lot to talk about. Plus, of course, you got to make sure that you subscribe if you're watching us here on YouTube. We're here, Studiosetstage.
Yes, guys, hit the thumbs up button, like, subscribe, follow. Also, you can listen to us on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, and the radio.com app.
That's right, guys. So if you're just listening to us, be sure to download, take us wherever you go. Like Marq Dean just said, you're rolling around in your little car or whatever, just pop it, turn us on Studiosetstage. We are there this season, 3rd season, guys.
Yes.
And 2 more seasons previously. So, catch up on all the things that you didn't know,
Catch up, guys. I mean, we take you from the studio to the set to the stage. That's what Studiosetstage is about, guys. So I'm telling you, I mean, follow us, like, subscribe, man, and we appreciate it.
Yeah, and don't forget, you can also, guys, email us. You can, always get at us, studiosetstage@gmail.com. You have no excuse, okay? Across all social platforms at Studiosetstage. So, guys, what did you guys think about the Grammys? So I'll ask you, Marq Dean, just overall, just jumping into it. What did you think, overall?
I tell you, man, the 63rd Grammy Awards, the 2021 Grammys. It was a virtual show. It was. But I really enjoyed it. I thought it was a lot of, as they say, surprises. As they would say back in the day, prizes and surprises. But there were a lot of great things, great moments from there. I thought history was definitely made.
Of course.
And we're going to get deeper into that as we go along. There were a few snubs, and there were some other things, but all those the Grammys rocked.
They were really great. Did. I just, first off, I just want to say kudos to Trevor Noah. I know many others have said it, but listen, I'm just from one Studiosetstage to another. He's an amazing talk show host and comedian and actor, and he did a great job. He did a great job of moving the show along. And he also talked about things or said things that I think all the audience was thinking about each act.
Well, that's the great thing, right? That's the great thing about a good host is that sometimes he will say things that you would be probably. Did he just say that?
And not get mad.
But
he did it tastefully.
It was tastefully. Right.
So that's where it was cool.
Exactly.
So shouts out to Trevor Noah. Just absolutely great job. And I like his hair. He's rocking that fro. That fro is growing longer in the pandemic. It's getting longer and taller,
I'm telling you, man. I mean, same here. I mean, we couldn't get the haircuts. We couldn't go out. So we had to improvise. But that's what it's all about. It's about improvising. It's about, taking lemons and making lemonade. We definitely saw, the industry pretty much rise to the occasion.
They really
and show that
did.
Through it all, through all of the ins and outs, the ups and downs, dealing with the dealing with the pandemic and the effect that it's had. I was glad to see, a stature, program. Like more mature.
It was totally more mature. And you actually could watch the performances. I mean, from even the young people, to me, I felt like even the young people, really thought about, and I shouldn't say, they thought about their performance, and how it resonates in a pandemic, because it's a different time.
Definitely. So, it's about definitely the pivots that were made, you know, and I think it highlighted and spotlighted those artists and those people that's in the industry, you know, within the arena where the Grammys, you know, it forced us all to pay attention, to stop and slow down. And really, you know, music is what feelings sound like.
Were you excited? Were you excited? Were you excited when it came on? I know you were just like, woo.
Well, yeah, I was definitely, it felt good to see, you know, because really, you know, it's kind of a reflection of, you know, the industry in there as the industry expands. And like I said before, previously, you know, you see major changes every 60 to 90 days. You know, you have emerging subgenres, you know, within music. And, you know, sometimes, and it's been criticized in the past that the Grammys, you know, have been trying to catch up with the current trends, if you will, and you know, and you know, that's debatable, but overall it felt good, you know, to see you know, the variety, and just to show that, hey, you know, they are moving, and with movement, you know, comes change. And you know, it doesn't happen in, you know, Rome wasn't built in a day, but you know, you did see some things illustrated in this year's Grammys.
Let me tell you, I was floored and just wonderful. I know that we talked about, and many of you guys, maybe you know, maybe you don't know, but this year's Grammys was facilitated and produced by none other than Jesse Collins. Entertainment. If you don't know him, oh my gosh, BET Awards. He did the Super Bowl, guys. The recent Super Bowl, and of course the Grammy celebration. So just A+ talent, African-American A+ talent, you know, at the helm of this. And you could just tell because the feel was totally different, you know. So
definitely. You could tell with the flow. Of course, it was a virtual thing. They tried to add some live effects to give it that feel. But
I think it had some canned applause too. I thought. But it was okay. It wasn't too much, guys. Like you could tell some of it was canned. But it was good though. It wasn't too much.
Exactly. And then too, with the technology, to see the interaction from, you know, of course they did the social distancing. You saw people wear their masks. You saw stars
with the tables. With the 6 feet apart or more.
Definitely. You know, which they shot it outside the Staples Center. Which you know, I thought was really interesting, you know, where they had the other performance stages, you know, in other areas where the artists that performed, you know, they did their thing, but you know, when they actually gave the awards, you know, they were able to do it and actually display that they were following protocol, you know, regarding the pandemic.
Well, guys, I know, like I said, we have so many of the categories, and you know what's great about Studiosetstage, guys. We do know a lot of the winners in the different categories, right? But there are so many winners in different categories that no one talked about, like nobody even mentioned, and they were absolutely like groundbreaking. So anyway, you know, we'll start with the big one, of course, my girl Beyonce. Woo, did y'all see Beyonce?
Woo, Beyonce made history.
I am part of the Beehive.
She's part of the Beehive, guys.
I am.
Yes, indeed. Right. But Beyonce made history as you know, as far as a female artist, had the most wins in history of the Grammys. You know, in all 63 years, she is number one.
As far, and so she's tied with Quincy Jones at 28, guys. Oh my God. You know, God, it just
top
means
overall
so much.
female artist, you know, in the history to achieve that.
So, it just means so much. Being that March is Women's History Month, guys, and this happened during Women's History Month. I remember, if you recall, guys, when they told her, was it Jimmy Jam that told her that basically told her that she had surpassed like the record of 27.
She met,
and I think if you saw her face, guys, she was just kind of like in disbelief. Like, is it a prank? Like, are y'all trying to prank me on live television? And we all, I think we all of us, a part of the Beehive, we all were thinking the same thing. But
is this some debauchery going on?
Like, what is really going on? But I'm just, congratulations to the Queen Bee. Just congrats, you know. she did say in her acceptance speech that she has been working, guys. A lot of times we forget, through all the concerts, you see the end result, like we always talk about.
Right.
But, she reminded people, I've been working at this since I was 9 years old.
Definitely. And like you said before, the process, it is not for the faint, and it requires dedication. And it's a lot of hours where, people like to say, hey, I work a 9 to 5. Well, this thing is 25/8. When you devote that amount of time and you're at that level, and really when you're doing and you're devoting that amount of time, it really doesn't feel like work because you really are doing what you love. It's your passion.
It's what you were put on. It's your purpose. Put on earth. To do is what you've been blessed to be able to do with ease and better than anyone else around you. So again, congrats. You know what, Beyonce, we were speaking of Beyonce, of course, the win for Black Parade is what put her, over the top. So that was great. I when Black Parade hit the airwaves, I literally was like, this is the song of the moment. I really felt like it should have been like, even, it should have topped the Billboard, but it didn't. But it's just so good that the Grammys realized, it was that important.
Well, and it's also a testament to the Recording Academy. And like I said, in the past few years, they've had some mixed reviews and actually have been criticized for not really focusing on really what is most popular. What is most relevant, in terms of the pulse. And, with the indie scene has expanded and grown so much, it is forced everyone to make changes. And of course the music industry has been the most disrupted industry. So with that, every like this song say, everything must change. So you're seeing that transitional time. And as far as even with R&B and with rock, and you see the alternatives, but you're also seeing, like I said before, you're seeing these subgenres emerge. And really with the progressive, now they have a progressive R&B category.
Shouts out to that category,
to
Thundercat. Congratulations. I'm bumping do-rag right now. I call it do-rag. All y'all who listen to Thundercat know what I'm talking about. But I was sleeping on that album. I know I'm not the only one, right? It's progressive R&B, right? Category.
Progressive R&B.
Black men, y'all. If you have not heard of Thundercat, guys, go right now, wherever you get your music from, right? And download it. It was an awesome album. Absolutely.
Yes, it's available on all platforms. And again, kudos to Thundercat, and also, for actually, being at the forefront, carrying the mantle, to expand the platform within. And as you see it, and hopefully, as it rolls out, you're going to be seeing other subgenres emerge, within prospective fields, even alternative, country, all of those
Speaking
things.
of expanding the platform, guys, of course, Blue Ivy, we were talking about Beyonce, but expanding the platform, 9-year-old Blue. Hello, Blue Ivy. First Grammy. Is that awesome? 9 years old. And of course, Mama also shouted out her babies. And at that moment almost like brought me to tears. But she won for her collab with her mom, Queen Bee, for Brown Skin Girl. And so just kudos, just congratulations to you, Blue Ivy. And Mama Beyonce, which I know she took another one home for Savage, right? Savage, which leads us to Megan Thee Stallion.
Megan Thee Stallion, she
superstar of
racked
the night.
up. She won Best New Artist. In that Best New Artist category.
How you feel about that?
You know what?
We talked about it.
I felt, in terms of with, the popularity on that side of it, I heard it was tight, with some of the other nominees that was, that were part of that nomination.
So Chica was there too.
Chica, yes indeed, which she's native from our stomping ground. So, you know, we want to send definitely a shout out to everybody that was, you know, everybody that was nominated, you know, but Megan Thee Stallion, she racked up Best New Artist. She also for Best Contemporary Rap.
She sure did.
And also, hey, the Best Single with Savage.
Yeah, she did that. She did that. She looked absolutely gorgeous. And you know what? I just want to say, Megan Thee Stallion really, she got that home training, because literally she stood up there and she thanked those who have come before her. Such as Beyonce. Literally, she talked about, you know, how she grew up watching Destiny's Child, you know what I'm saying? And for her to be on the label, you know, to be working with her, like literally she could not hardly speak. She literally was like pointing at Beyonce like, I can't believe this is actually happening to me in my life.
Well, one of the keys to greatness is acknowledging, you know, the people that have kind of opened the door and paved the way. And that's one of the keys. When you understand where you come from, it will give you a defined focus on where you're going. You know, that's a testament, you know, and definitely she represented for the ratchet. She definitely did that.
She did. She was bougie, ratchet, classic, or bougie, classy, Savage. Right. You know what I'm saying. Right. I bumped that too a little bit.
Indeed. And you know, I tell you, also, I mean, with Megan Thee Stallion, also I heard that Nas King Disease won for best traditional rap.
Yeah, but I gotta get back to it. I know you want to.
Well, I just want to go down.
I know you want to jump to Nas, but how gorgeous was Megan Thee Stallion? I mean, I'm going to be honest with you. I mean,
I know where you're going.
Yes. And
I know where you're going.
Yes, I'm going to WAP. You know exactly where I'm going.
I know. You heard it here, guys.
Yeah, I was going to WAP. Okay.
She went there. Yeah.
Did you guys catch? And I know that a lot of attention was not really, you know, talked about it, but did you see Megan Thee Stallion with Cardi B?
Oh yes. Okay. And you know, I think you know, because of everything that happened last year with the pandemic, I think they wanted to have a do-over.
A do-over
as far as the performance.
They did over the top.
They did the do. They did, as they say.
Trevor Noah, Trevor Noah, which was the funniest, you know, if you guys like once they had finished performing, he was like, you know, we're gonna be right back as we let the stage dry up.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Yes. If you guys
they drinking on the stage.
You know, Cardi B, and for those of you guys that just tuning in to Studiosetstage, we're talking about the 63rd annual Grammys. And the performance with Megan Thee Stallion and Cardi B.
That's right.
But you know, Megan Thee Stallion really, you know, her performance was great. I enjoyed from her in relation to, you know, WAP, and as they segued in, you know, the way that she paid homage in her performance to, you know, some of the performers from back in the day. And a lot of people, it might have went over their heads, but I like where two of her dancers, they started tap dancing.
They sure did.
And so it was kind of a flavor that was reminiscent of the Nicholas brothers.
You know what it was?
So it was awesome.
I think the two tap dancers, I think they're like the famous, and I cannot tell you exactly what their name, they're in a group. And it's I think it's 3 or 4 Black women, if I'm not mistaken. But I think that's who those 2 women were. I'm sorry, I don't know the names. Charge it to my mind, not my heart.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah. But I thought that was absolutely genius in her performance. Like you said, paying homage to those people who have come before. That's why I said this Grammys was just so mature. Like, you know, speaking of, you know, paying homage, you know, the performance between Bruno Mars and Anderson .Paak. By the way, you know, Anderson .Paak, you know, he won a Grammy. Yes, he did. So proud of him.
Yes, kudos to Anderson .Paak. You know, had some really solid projects, from him, and he just been really on a roll.
He's been doing it big.
And
he won for it was best melodic rap performance. Like you were saying, there's so many different genres.
Emerging
so many different categories. But yes, best melodic rap performance, because Anderson .Paak is amazing. He can sing with the best of them, but he can also rap. He also plays the drums, several different instruments. I've been following the fellow Studiosetstage Anderson .Paak for a long time, and just this was so deserved. It was so deserved.
Kudos to Anderson. Definitely certified. He's verified, certified. In terms of his musical prowess, and again, congratulations to him. And really, I enjoyed how the collaboration.
Yeah, like I was saying, took it back. They took it back
with Silk Sonic.
Ooh, Silk Sonic. Hey, you guys.
For those of you guys that might have been on the rock in the last couple of weeks, Silk Sonic is a collaborative effort by Bruno Mars and Anderson .Paak, and they just released their single, which is
the whole project is coming, right?
Yeah, it's coming soon. Yes, it's definitely coming soon.
Leave the door open, but leave the door open. I even liked just the performance on the Grammys. Like you said, it was reminiscent of like the 60s and 70s, like videos and the performances. They even had the leisure, like the suits on, the butterfly collars. Oh yeah, I just love the whole, the whole deal.
The performance with Anderson and Bruno was really great. I liked how they were able to kind of take it back, and I think it was really just a vibe. Like they say, it's a vibe. Ooh. It was a real vibe. And to see that and expand over, other performers, did their thing as well. I thoroughly enjoyed when they paid tribute to in their memoriam of the artists. I really thoroughly enjoyed that. I enjoyed how they mixed everything together.
They did.
Speaking of Anderson .Paak, they played and Bruno, their band, they paid tribute to Little Richard.
They did.
Yeah, Little Richard.
You know what? A lot of people have forgot. It's always like that in memoriam. Like you don't realize like how fast time is moving, right? And some of the artists, some of the fellow Studiosetstage who have left us, but they have left us with gems, And Little Richard was, unfortunately in that category. But look at what he left. Look at just the blessing that Little Richard left us.
And I thought they all did a wonderful job. They did a wonderful tribute to Kenny Rogers, Lionel Richie, which I thought was awesome.
Well, you were telling me that Kenny Rogers and Lionel Richie, which I did not know how deep their friendship ran.
Their friendship goes back.
For those of you who don't know,
For those of you who don't know, I mean, goes back, Lionel Richie penned the hit Lady. Lady, man. One of Kenny Rogers' biggest hits. He penned that and wrote that for Kenny Rogers, and had the opportunity to produce one of his biggest projects of his career, and just kicked it off. And it actually, in turn, gave Kenny one of his biggest hits. And also started Lionel on his trajectory in terms of writing. And so, how fitting and how appropriate it was that he was there singing that song that he wrote, the biggest hit, and paying tribute to Kenny. So I thought that was great. Also, seeing...
it took him. I mean, it was kind of emotional a little bit for Lionel Richie. Also, it seemed, you could see it in his eyes, although he sounded impeccable. You could tell it was kind of hard for him to get through it too.
And another great part that I really enjoyed about the memoriam was the tribute by Brittany Howard.
Yes. Oh, she was with Alabama Shakes. Well, I guess she still is. But she's like solo now. So
Yes, indeed. Yeah. And her project, she won.
She did.
Won a Grammy as well.
With Best Rock, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Best Rock.
Yes. Black girl from Alabama, right?
Yes, from Alabama. So
guys.
My homeboys and homegirls was represented, even though I'm in ATL, but hey, we represented Alabama State, all that good stuff. But anyway, kudos to her. She sung You'll Never Walk Alone as tribute overall in the memoriam. So, I thought it was a great combination how they did it, how they paid tribute, because we lost some greats. people, just due to the pandemic and everything. Andre Harrell, was also
I was reminded
featured
about that. Yeah.
So Bill Withers, Eddie Van Halen, a lot of great people that just made a major impact, and so it was awesome to see that and how they definitely paid tribute. It was great.
They did, of course. I mean, like I said, just because our favorite artist, didn't win, doesn't mean we're not going to talk about it. But we just wanted to talk about the things, like I said, the people that we were looking forward to, and just kind of were like blown away by. Right. I will say, the record of the year, right? It went to Billie Eilish, right?
Yes.
But look, did you guys see her acceptance speech?
Yes.
It was literally like, Megan Thee Stallion, come up here. This is really your award.
Yeah, it was.
So much props to her. Much props to Billie Eilish.
And definitely, man.
She had a big year.
Yeah, she had her project was regarded as one of the top projects of the past year. So definitely kudos to her as well. One of the things, like you said, in her acceptance speech, she definitely gave props to Megan Thee Stallion.
She was literally like, "This is your award." And Megan was kind of like, she didn't know what to say. You could just see she was just kind of like, "Really?"
I'm going to accept this on your behalf.
But the camaraderie, I love the, especially in the middle of the pandemic. That's what we need. Whether you're white or black, just uplifting and supporting each. So I saw a lot of that at the Grammys. And I just wanted to point that out. I don't know if anyone even talked about that. It was just such a supportive. Like the love was just flying across the stage, and you could feel it, you could hear it, the whole nine.
Right. You definitely could tell it was kind of a reunion, if you will. It was really much needed because everybody's been on lockdown. So I think it was really a way to celebrate and for the industry, the community to come together and say, hey, we're going to use one of music's biggest award platforms to spread and to show light and shed light on that. I really enjoyed where the song of the year went to her, H-E-R.
You better go, girl. Ooh, did she look
indeed.
good too? Ooh, talk about smart. Well, I know she brought her and a co-writer, right? For that song. They were both at the podium. I like what she said, you have to be the change. You have to be the change that you want to see.
And that song was amazing. I Can't Breathe. It definitely, she definitely painted the canvas of what was going on and what is going on at the time. If you want to really capture the energy and all of those things, that's what real songwriting and music is about. And she definitely captured that with I Can't Breathe. So again, kudos to her, winning, that Grammy, and it was well deserved. I thought they, good choice by the Grammy members that voted for that one, definitely. No doubt.
I want to say kudos and congratulations to our man, John Legend, of course, who walked away with best R&B. Of course. We look, no qualms there. Like we totally say yes, 100%. John Legend actually accepted the award, of course, virtually, but he was like cooking or something like that, whatever, with his wife, Chrissy Teigen. I thought that was so cool. She was telling him, you just won. And, I'm gonna be honest with you. It really was about, I've been in the industry for so long. I know my stuff is good. I know my album was awesome. Let me go ahead and make this food for my family.
Well, and like I said, look at technology, with it being virtual, even though you weren't able to be there and, all the outfits. I remember it was a personality that was talking about, I'll be glad when, it goes back where you have the red carpets and all of that stuff. But, I think under these circumstances, I thought they did a great job, and you was still able to see, because you definitely want to see that artist, your favorite artist out there. You want to see them perform. You want to see them, doing their thing.
Yeah.
And
totally.
I think it was a good way to see that, to get that display.
John Legend is one of my favorites, of course. I can listen to Bigger Love, which is the project that he won for.
Yes.
I can listen to it from start to finish. And that's how you know, I feel like that you have a great project. If you can just put it on and just let it roll and like, you don't feel jarred or, oh my God, I need to skip this song or whatever.
Right.
You know, you got a winner on your hands.
Yes,
so,
indeed.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed.
So I'm happy. So happy Lettucey. That's what I want to say. Happy Lettucey, because she won a Grammy for top traditional, best traditional R&B. And like I said, a lot of times I felt like she doesn't get the props that she deserves. You know, I'm still thinking about when Beyonce performed. What was the song? I can't think. I'm drawing a blank right now, but. It was her song. She sung the song in the movie Selma. And then Beyonce was up there at the award show singing it. So I really feel like sometimes she is overlooked. I'm just so happy that she received a Grammy, best traditional R&B.
Yes, Lettucey, a juggernaut
for anything for you. Anything for you.
Yeah, anything for you. Awesome song. I thought it was one of her best. Tracks, one of the best tracks I've heard from her. And you know, with Lettucey, I mean, you know, she just has, man, that voice, you know, that is timeless. So kudos to Lettucey.
Very much undeniable. I will tell you, I think a big surprise, and you can tell me if I'm wrong or not, if you felt the same way, man.
Okay.
You know, best contemporary gospel, guys. Kanye West, and nobody talked about it. Nobody. What is the deal? Like this is a genius, literally a musical genius, guys. Won best contemporary gospel album. Jesus King.
Well, you know, it would have been great to see all the hoopla that Kanye normally brings. You know,
he's going through it right now.
Really quiet.
He's going through it right now.
And you know, everybody's dealing with certain things. And he's dealing with some stuff right now. But you know, Kanye was like, "Oh man, you thought I was gone? I was never gone. I never left." You know.
Why are you screaming?
Well, I'm just saying, you know, I mean, I guess the spirit of Kanye kind of got in me.
I can see that.
In regards to that. But no, seriously, Jesus is King. For those that
he won over the traditional gospel artists who normally win in that category. So a lot of people, I think, were like kind of salty. They were kind of salty a little bit.
And my understanding, the category that he won in was not. It was a different category just from your overall like contemporary gospel or traditional gospel.
Right.
It was Christian, almost inspirational.
And it was. I'll be honest with you. I am a Kanye West fan. To me, I feel like just because people have, you know, issues in their personal lives, why are you discounting their talent? You know what I'm saying? If this is who they are, give them their kudos. And I'm happy that the Grammys did that. You know what I'm saying? I'm proud of that.
Well, you know, one thing,
happy for them.
Yeah, I'm happy too. But you know, one thing about it you got to consider, and especially with music, you know, the ears don't lie.
That's right.
And
hello.
And you know, it definitely shines through. You know, people can, you know, and you've heard the stories. You've heard about, you know, people that are personally like, oh man, this is a walking, you know, TikTok time bomb. But when they got on that stage, or when it was time for them to perform, they rose to the occasion.
Hello.
And you know, we don't have to go down that rabbit hole, but you know, again, kudos to Kanye. And if anything, this is just a testament to his talent, his gift. And hopefully he'll be able to use this as a means of motivation to
go on to the next thing. We're waiting for the next project, right? So we're not going to talk about all the bull, the crap, right? We're going to talk about the great thing, the great person that Kanye West is, the Donda West son, right? We're going to talk about the Donda West son. So everybody knows what that means, right? But moving on, best gospel performance, guys, went to Moving On. You guys know I am a big inspirational music purveyor. I love it, love it, love it. Moving on, one, and that was PJ Morton. Jonathan McReynolds.
Yes.
And Molly Music, guys.
Yes.
They won. Also, PJ Morton, which I was thinking about. PJ Morton, he won for, like you were saying, best gospel album. Best gospel.
Best gospel album.
So congratulations to you guys also. Right. Wow, just a great night. Great night for us, right?
Yeah, it was.
And the right people, like the right people won. Don't you feel that?
Yeah, I feel that, yes. Overall, there was a few categories, and again, like, this is debatable. I do feel like, in terms of the Grammys, they have all these categories, so they would be like, man, this thing could go for hours. But I feel that, with the attention, and this just hasn't been just recent, but they were saying that some of the award categories weren't televised.
Yeah,
they were not televised.
Yeah.
So that's another criticism that the Grammys and the Recording Academy has dealt with. So hopefully, like I said, I thought this was a fresh step, a good step towards expanding that, and hopefully they'll be able to do it where they can shed light on some of these categories that really resonate with people, and also open it up to other artists where they can expand the platform for members. Because you have to be a member to actually vote. So
don't get mad if you're not a winner and not a member and your folks ain't nominated.
Yeah. You got to be a member of the Recording Academy.
Yeah.
In order to,
you got to be in it to win it. Hello, so to speak. So, well, jumping across the seas, Burna Boy. Yes, Burna Boy. Yes, he won for best global album. Yes, for my Caribbean, African, Afro beats. This the whole nine. I'm big into Afro beats. Big up.
Oh, no doubt.
I am. My heritage, and it runs through my blood. So Burna Boy took that home, and I think that was so well deserved.
Yes, also. Burna Boy, had an amazing year. Breakout. He's been I guess really he's collaborated with a lot of other artists, and well deserved.
It's about the global music though. It's about the global, I'm so happy. Like I do what do you call it? Well, I do Afro beats workouts, right? From YouTube. Okay, come on, it's pandemic, right? So I'm always logging on to like the Afro beats workouts, and you guys know exactly what I'm talking about. And Burna Boy is literally on everybody's playlist. Like, he is it. So I'm just so happy that people in America, like, we finally have got the message that it's about a global, the global African movement. It's real, it's here, and it's great.
Oh yeah. I mean, and really, it has. I mean, it's emerged. I mean, over the last decade or so, but music has always been, it's universal. It's a universal language.
It is.
And and it just expands the platform, if you will, for, say, there's this flavor, there's this flavor, there's all these things. But yeah, Afro, I mean, beats, reggae, man, hey, you can't go wrong.
You can't go wrong with a party. You can't have a party without not have any Afro beats. Come on, I'm okay. Okay, I'm moving on.
That's another episode.
Moving on, guys. Also, just want to say congratulations to our girl Tiffany Haddish, right? Yes. She took home a Grammy, and did you see? I don't know if you saw when she found out. I know it's been circulating all over Twitter, all over Instagram. It has like over 100, I think 1 million views now.
Yes.
But she found out because she was doing Kids Say the Darndest Things or whatever it was.
Yes.
And she's the host.
Yes, she's the host.
And they had the producer had revealed to her that she had just won a Grammy for her album. And it's called Black Mitzvah.
Yes.
And she literally was like, what? Like, what did you say?
Yes.
And the kids were kind of just like looking at her like, and her
Best
eyes.
comedy album.
Yeah, like her eyes like welled up with tears, guys.
Oh, yeah.
And she literally stopped, and she literally gave the biggest lesson for children and adults. She was like, sometimes, guys, she said, you want to know why I'm crying? Because she said, sometimes you're like, am I doing the right thing? Is this what I'm supposed to do? But sometimes you just have to throw all that stuff to the side, right? and just jump out there and just believe in yourself. Yes. Oh my God, guys. Oh my God, that message.
Yeah.
Studiosetstage, does that not resonate with you?
Studiosetstage, definitely go online and definitely check that out, that post. I mean, I thought it was, major.
Hills and Valleys.
Major.
Hills and Valleys and Studiosetstage. Yes. Everything that she said to those little children, summed up what Studiosetstage is about. All the non-traditional type careers. You wake up some days and you're like, I've done all this work and I have no money. And then some days you wake up and you're like, I've done all this work and boom, I got a lot of money.
Right. And how ironic is that to understand that, I'm starting out, man, it's like I'm trying to, make $1 out of 15 cents.
Right.
Literally. But at the end of the day, it's the passion that motivates you and pushes you that you continue and stay the course.
And believe.
And we've always said stay the course.
Believe. But last but not least, I know I did not want to forget this because I did not know, and she's a fellow Studiosetstage, Mickey Guyton, country black girl, country music superstar.
Yes.
She was nominated and won Black Country Solo Performance, Black Like Me.
Yes.
So just want to say, we see you, girl. We see you. We hear that song. It's so interesting. Growing up, she just felt like an outsider. Put it into a song and it's boom.
Yeah.
Boom.
And that's what it's about. Like I said, it illustrates and it reflects life. Those songs that are timeless have always, reflected, life. Art imitates life. Real art, if you will. And so
because there's some fake art out here too. We know about that too.
Yeah, we do.
We ain't gonna talk about that.
Yes, that's another episode.
That's a whole other show, right? That we won't be doing.
But definitely salute to Mickey Guyton, and I'm looking to hear a lot more from her.
Yeah, and like I said, we say, guys, if you're just joining us, I'm Cynthia Mallard.
I'm Marq Dean,
and this is Studiosetstage. Just doing a rundown of the 63rd Grammy Awards, talking about the things that you did not hear anywhere else. Some of us who actually walked out with Grammy Awards, and you didn't even know, but now you know because you are listening to Studiosetstage. Exactly. You did see your boy Jay-Z, right? Jay-Z and Beyonce looking incognito.
Yes.
Trying to hide, look like they were hiding.
Yeah, but hey, Jay already, and he it's a testament to him as well because, really with him, and I think his aura kind of, even though he was laid back, but honestly, I'm gonna say this.
Yes.
True power rests behind the throne.
Amen.
And
Amen.
I think he, just in being there, kind of supporting, his better half,
his artists, supporting his artists, Rock Nation. Yep.
Yeah. And just being there because he's like, man, hey, I've been there and done that.
Yeah.
But
he's the billionaire too. Don't forget, guys. He's a billionaire. Of course, Puffy was shooting for that status, from that flick. He might be not too far behind, but what I'm saying is Jay-Z got there first.
Yeah, well, I'll just say this, just to be in that category, like that old adage they say, man, shoot for the moon. And even if you miss, you'll still be amongst the stars. So,
I'm amongst the stars, you see.
Oh, yeah, no doubt. Right.
Okay.
But going into that, guys, I will say
we like to have fun here on Studiosetstage. Come on, really,
yeah. But Jay, definitely, as far as with his platform, and also actually being a contributing writer to Black Parade and a lot of those things. Yeah. He definitely came out and supporting. He's like, hey man, I could have stayed at the flat. I could have stayed at not the flat, but the compound. I could have stayed back there, but they were out and represented, and I thought they did it in a great.
They did a great way. Well, anyway, like again, great job, Jesse Collins Entertainment. We love you and thank you. It was a great, I mean, this is just a great show, guys. Great show. And if you didn't see it, obviously you can go on several social media platforms and check out some of the performances, even down to the performance. I think it was Roddy Ricch who did the Black Lives Matter performance. And I was just like, oh my gosh,
hell of a year.
I mean, absolutely great from the actor. I can't think of his name right now, but he was on Insecure. But the police officer dragging him out of the car, putting his hands behind his back, putting him on the ground, just a great show. Really great show. Yeah. Great it really reflected the time.
Yes. The Baby, that performance with Anthony Hamilton. I thought that was really great.
That's right. With the judges, right? With
the judges,
the white
rock
judges.
Star.
Yeah.
So, those guys really did the thing. And, it's just testament. And really on that platform, you normally see, like you said, the cream rises to the top.
Yeah.
And, hopefully with these award shows, they're going to get back to really, displaying and, bringing out those artists that are real about the craft, real about what they do.
Yeah.
And, again, like
maybe one day we'll see For My People possibly at the Grammys. Yes. I mean, hey, anything is possible, guys.
It's all part of the process.
It's all part of the process.
Right.
You just never know. You just never know. Well, you know what? Flipping the script, we know that the Oscar nominations, they're out, guys. Came out this week. And of course, to me, I feel like it's a repeat of the Golden Globes. If you watch the Golden Globes, you kind of know what happened there this year, some of the winners. And for the Oscars, they're going to air, of course, April 25th, right? So we're going to be on top for that. But let me tell you, the big talk is for Judas and the Black Messiah. I know we were talking such a favorite for us, guys. Black producers, Shaka King, Ryan Coogler, also Charles D. King. They are favored for Best Picture. They really are favored for Judas and the Black Messiah. What do you think? You think they're walking home with it?
Well, I mean, there was a lot, we talked about this previously, but there were a lot of great.
The Trial of the Chicago 7, they're also up for Best Picture. So we're looking at those two, guys. We're looking at those two. We may be wrong.
It's heated, guys.
But so who do you think? Judas or Chicago 7?
Well, it kind of holds, Judas kind of holds a special place for me, because I actually
Fred Hampton, right?
Fred Hampton, and I actually met some people that worked with Chairman Fred, back in the day when we interviews when I was in that area, and a lot of the stories, and so it was very authentic. I thought it was a very authentic piece. And so hey. I mean,
you never know. We never know. Also, guys, Viola Davis, nominated for Best Actress. Ma Rainey's Black Bottom. But listen, the monkey wrench, though, guys, and you already know, Andra Day is in that category. Also, for Billie Holiday versus United States versus Billie Holiday. Guys, when I say, now I saw both. Right. But when I say
now, let me ask you this. Now you've seen both.
Yeah, of course.
Now, and not to give it away, because for those Studiosetstage out there, if you haven't seen it, please. I think United States versus Billie Holiday is on Hulu.
Yes, yeah.
And I think Ma Rainey's Black Bottom is on Netflix.
Yeah. So it's on. Yeah. So if you don't have Hulu and you got Boohoo, it's probably on there. You know what I'm talking about. And if you don't have Netflix, you got Kicks. It's on there too. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all know Pookie and them that got their video cam out. Y'all know Pookie got their video cam and has circulated it amongst his family members.
The views and opinions.
Who ain't paying the $7.99 for
okay. But like I said, if you haven't seen it,
it's absolutely great, guys. And when I say your whole spirit, your whole mind, you got to be ready, because when I say Andra Day bought this, baby, she won the Golden Globe, of course, against Viola Davis. And I just predict that it's probably going to go the same way for the Oscars, because Viola, of course, is a consummate. Like she is the pinnacle. She is what all of us actors and performers, we look toward her. She is the golden standard at this time. But Andra Day, I will say, rose to the occasion.
Yes. Andra Day. in terms of and if you guys haven't heard the soundtrack, she actually performed all of the songs,
all of the Billie Holiday songs, guys.
All of the Billie Holiday songs. Strange Fruit.
It wasn't Billie Holiday. That was Andra Day, guys.
That was Andra Day.
Wow. Absolutely amazing.
Just her
she
process.
learned how to smoke cigarettes.
Yeah.
They said she did the alcohol.
Right. Just the process.
She didn't take care of her voice because she wanted to get the same quirks, the same sounds that Billie Holiday had in her voice. Oh my goodness.
Right. And there's a process to that. And
transformation.
And in terms of acting, so like you said, to see that, and even they were talking about with Viola. I mean, she had to gain a certain amount.
She did, and then lose it all. Man, talk about. But that's what it is. That's what this art is. You are stepping in to someone else's story, and you have to be truthful. And I will say, Viola Davis, super truthful. I will say Andra Day, super truthful. So it's going to be down to those two. It's going to be down to Viola and Andra Day. But I'm predicting Andra Day. I may be wrong. Okay. I could be wrong.
Well, you heard it here, guys.
Yeah. I could be wrong.
This is the prediction.
Yeah, we'll see. Best actor, of course, Chadwick Boseman. Of course, he won the Golden Globe.
Yes, he did.
Up for the Oscar, and I could see that also. Again, the best animated feature, of course, is Soul. They were also nominated for an Oscar. Wishing you're holding hope out for that.
Yes.
But I will say, listen, the next category, guys, is so hotly anticipated, and it is the category of Best Supporting Actor. This is for the Academy Award, guys. Let me tell you who's in this category. So it's Daniel Kaluuya, Judas and the Black Messiah,
right?
Leslie Odom Jr. You know him, you remember him from One Night in Miami. And of course you remember him from Hamilton or whatever, and so many other shows also. And up against Lakeith Stanfield for Judas and the Black Messiah. So that that category is going to be a nail biter.
Yes, it is. Great, awesome performances.
That's what we're looking at
from all three. And it really depends on your vibe, where who you connect with, who you flow with. But I'm gonna tell you, being a musician, I'll step out there on a limb. I'm not gonna lie, Daniel Kaluuya as Chairman Fred was amazing. Again,
Leslie Odom wasn't no punk, though.
But Leslie Odom.
That's what I was going to
Sam Cooke.
That's what I was going to say.
Really
he may be the upset.
Amazing.
He may be the upset.
And also, he's also nominated for original song.
Song also, sure enough.
So,
I think
history could be made. As far as that as well. So
who you got? So let's go. So I'm gonna take Leslie Odom.
I have to probably agree with you. But
because everyone thinks it's gonna be Daniel Kaluuya. I think everybody's thinking Daniel Kaluuya.
I'm gonna say it again. It's gonna probably be by a smidgen.
They're all great, wonderful studio stagers. They all have gone from studio to the set to the stage, and which is why we're talking about them, because they have stayed true to who they are and what they do. So so that's the 93rd Oscar Awards. They air April 25th. So hey, we're gonna be tuned in.
Now, before we move on, I just want to ask you about this.
What?
Now, there was some snubs as far as with the director.
Oh man,
category. They were saying that as far as we talked about One Night in Miami, Regina King was snubbed. They also talked about some other projects that didn't really they didn't get the
40-year-old version. I think I was most upset about Regina King because I absolutely thought One Night in Miami was amazing. The way she directed it, and of course it was a play. We talked about this before,
right?
And I think a lot of people just don't know how to view plays that are adapted for screen.
Interesting take.
It's different.
Yeah.
It's different.
Yeah, it is. It is.
The layers, the layers to it, because you don't see the layers a lot of times on screen. You see the layers on stage because it's a play.
Mm-hmm.
But you don't see the layers. I had a girlfriend who actually told me, she actually said to me, she's like, what was it about? I watched it, but like, what was it about? Like, what was the whole point? She actually said that. So, but the reason why I bring that up is because you could see how, the voting members,
right.
It wasn't enough. It wasn't enough. Maybe there wasn't enough there.
And I think, you have to
the
really.
story wasn't developed enough.
Well,
for them.
But I don't know. I don't know if I fully agree with that.
I mean, I'm just saying that's a viewpoint. That's a viewpoint.
Right. That's a viewpoint.
Yeah.
But I think that's a viewpoint taken with someone that they haven't really done diligence on the history.
No, I agree.
The real history.
I agree.
But, like I said, that's debatable. Though.
Yeah, like it is. It is. So anyway, guys, we'll be tuned in, guys. I hope you will also. Don't ever give up on your dreams. This episode, you're seeing all these awards, but it's really not about the awards, right? It's really, when you just throw all that away, you peel the onion back, it's really about people who stayed true to what they felt like they were here to do.
Yes, they stayed the course.
Yeah.
Against all odds, you have to plow through.
Yes.
And you got to remain steadfast and stay focused.
Yeah.
It's not for the faint, and in this thing, like you say, you guys, studio set stages out there, you watch this show.
Yeah. You're listening to the show.
You listen to the show, and we appreciate the love.
Yes.
But there's a lot of effort that goes into creating and putting the show together result.
Yeah, because I think some people, especially with Studiosetstage, people think for some reason that you just roll out of bed and then it's ha la la,
right? And
it's not as serious. That it's not as serious as possibly you being a scientist or another profession. There's just the same amount of work or more that goes into this, making it look effortless.
Well, I mean, and that takes a lot of work. If you don't understand, to be thoroughly entertained, some of the best in the world made it look effortless.
Sammy Davis Jr. I don't know why he came up in my mind, but Sammy Davis Jr. for some reason just popped up in my mind. Studiosetstage, Sammy Davis Jr. I don't know.
It just popped
up in my mind.
Marvin. When you think about all of those, the greats, Prince, made it look effortless, but at the end of the day,
a lot of people feel like it's not real professions, and that burns me up. It burns me up. It makes me sick to my stomach. Whatever you have your 8 to 5. You may be doing clerical work. You may be a doctor. You may be an educator. But people in Studiosetstage, and not saying that people in Studiosetstage do more work, but most times people in Studiosetstage, they are never unplugged. They are never
it's 25/8, guys. It is 25/8, and you have to understand that.
Yeah.
And
it's a cool profession, though. It's very cool.
It's a testament. When you see your favorite artist or someone that you really admire their work, and you're looking at that, and then you see them, up, and you see their trajectory, and you see them winning these awards. You're seeing the end result, but it's taking years.
But it's a reason.
It's a process.
It's a reason why you have your children in ballet.
Right.
It's a reason why you have your children playing the drums.
Yeah.
It's a reason why you have your children taking piano lessons.
Yes.
It totally changes the brain for the better. Right. So next time you try to, click your nose off at Studiosetstage, I want you to think about your children and what they love to do.
Yes. And remember, art imitates life.
Yes. Yes.
And if you can do what you love,
cultivate it,
you'll never work a day in your life.
And we're not saying it's easy, guys, right?
No, it's not for the faint. You know,
by no means is it easy, but like we, we're here, we're hosting this show, and we have, our own, professions individually in Studiosetstage, and it gets bad sometimes. It gets bad, but then you also have those days that are really, really great. So,
and that is the thing that's most rewarding and most that you get the fulfillment out of, is knowing that you've taken the gifts, your God-given gifts, and you are fulfilling that purpose, and you are bringing joy, and you're bringing the light to millions. And that's the beauty of it, where if you're going to see a movie, and the movie might be 2 hours long, and you might have been dealing with just, oh man, you just had one heck of a week or whatever. But for 2 hours, you go in and you watch that movie, or you go and you listen to this artist, or you go see this particular artist. For 2 hours, we bring joy.
Yes. Amen.
Amen. That's what it's about.
So guys, listen, we are Studiosetstage. You can catch us, email us, studiosetstage@gmail.com. Get at us. You need suggestions, feedback, how you feel about the show, whatever it is, just drop us a line, okay?
Yes, and don't forget to check out our website, Studiosetstage.com.
Studiosetstage.com, guys, across all platforms. Again, if you are watching us here on YouTube, be sure to hit that little red button so you get all notifications, okay, when we release new shows.
Yes, indeed, guys. Reach out to us on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, and also the radio.com app.
All right, very good. I'm Cynthia Mallard.
I'm Marq, guys.
And this is Studiosetstage. Next week, guys.